Hey YouTube, Mark Coffman here, and today I have a new knife to show you guys, and it is actually a Boker Plus. Yes, I bought myself another Boker, and it is actually a very interesting one. It is the Boker Voortrekker, and this here is a very interesting knife, I think, because it is a friction folder. There's no lock on this knife at all. Now, I know, I live in the States. I can practically carry anything since I live in the state of Texas. You can probably even carry a cutlass on you and nobody would probably say anything about it. Probably a few people, but here in Texas, you can carry almost any length blade on you and you can carry it openly. And this is a very curious choice for me when it comes to living in this state. But I chose to get this knife because of its simplicity and its beauty. This knife is completely made out of G10 and steel. You have steel rivets. They're not really rivets. They're bars that hold the knife together that have been then ground down, and then this is then shaped, and these are all flush. So these are completely flush with the handle, and there's there's really no way to tell where the not the bolts, but the pins begin and where they end. It is so smooth and seamless. And then you have the blade stop pin. So this stop pin is right there, keeps the blade from going into the handle, and then it keeps the blade from swinging this way. So to keep this blade open, you actually have to put your thumb here and then hold it like this, and that keeps it open. Now, I actually chose this knife because it is just really beautiful. It actually reminds me of a Benchmade mini grip, but it's going to be thinner. And for me, when it comes to this knife not having a lock, that's actually not a big deal. I really don't mind it not locking. I am usually cutting this way, and personally, I'm never really using the knife like this. I'm always cutting downward. So it's going to keep it open and it won't close on you since your thumb is going to be over here. You have this really nice jimping here, and I think it is very, very well done. However, I think they missed an opportunity in putting it over here, because when you're opening it, having that jimping over here would have been actually very nice. Now, you can actually flick this open, but I've tightened the pivot just a little bit. This is a free spinning pivot, so tightening it takes a little bit of force, and I've actually not been able to loosen it. So I don't know what Boker did on their end, but I can't really take that pin out. You're riding on phosphorus bronze washers in here, so you're not on nylon, which is great. Means it's going to wear in really well and get really smooth. And one of the things that I love about this knife is the sound. So I'm not talking about the sound of when you have it like that, but there's a sound that comes out when you open it. A little ting. And when you close it. And it is this here that actually makes this sound. It's almost like a small tuning fork. And because this is all pressed together so tightly and so perfectly, it rings out very, very nicely. And I think that's something a lot of people haven't really mentioned about this knife, is the auditory satisfaction it gives me, or gives the owner. Now, this knife is not going to be one for everybody, but I think it's going to be more popular in the UK. And for me personally, I think it's going to be a great travel knife if I wanted to take this on vacation and carry it somewhere, especially if their laws are a little more restrictive. The blade is 3 inches. The blade is made out of D2, so you also have a pretty decent steel there. And the blade shape is fantastic. I mean, when I said it reminds me of a Griptilian, I mean, you can see it there. It's either a Griptilian or a very small bug out, and it really is a fantastic fit in the hand. Now, when you hold it this way, you can kind of cause that to loosen up, but there's no way that's going to close on you. I mean, it can't close. No way. And then you can hold it this way and it will wiggle on you, but if you just apply more pressure, it won't move at all. So it really is a great design and it's fantastic. Now let's get to the way it's intended to be carried. And Boker expects you to carry it on the neck, surprisingly. They give you a bead necklace here and then a Kydex sheath, and it fits right there, but I have to say it is very, very hard to get out of here. So it's almost impossible. I'm actually surprised I can't even get it out here right now. So let me see here if I can get it out without breaking the necklace. Okay, so yeah, it's a very tight fit. This is nice, I guess, if you're having to carry it without people noticing it, but I've actually been carrying this just in the pocket. I mean, this is tight enough where it won't open up mistakenly, and I find it to be a very nice carry because it's very slim, it's smooth, keys are not really going to bugger this up too bad, so I just carry it in my keys pocket, and it's been pretty good so far. So I thought you guys would enjoy seeing this one. I know there are not very many videos on this knife on YouTube, and I just wanted to give my 2 cents. I was really intrigued by it, but I also think it's a fantastic carry. Sure, it's not locking, but not all knives have to lock. So I thought you guys would like this one. Till the next one, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.